Okay, we are live, Marie. Hello, Marie. Hello, Jazzy. Hello, family. Soul family. How's everybody doing? Marie, what's going on over there? What's new?
Hi, Lisa. Hi, everyone. Jazzy says hello. So, um, not a lot, just the usual, getting on with life and being focused on where I'm at more than anything. And yeah, I think as we were talking about beforehand, I think that's a really important place to be in at the moment. It's just where are we? What's
Wonderful.
happening in our life?
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
yeah,
So, Marie and I were talking about the. I was telling Marie when we started, this conversation that we are, that I am going to be really upset if next Tuesday comes and nothing happens. And I am sure I am not the only one that that's feeling this way. So I felt that we needed to discuss this, that we needed to talk about it,
yeah.
because it's really important that we detach. And I had not detached from the situation. So, Marie, why don't you tell them what you told me?
Okay, so before we started today, I always tune in and do my meditation and connect in. And I got the hit to ask for an animal magic card around this whole situation, how, there's something that's going to happen and whatever. And the card that came up, and I was tuning into Jasper at the same time. So the card that came up for everyone is the butterfly. Now, this is change and transformation. The message I was getting from this beautiful butterfly is it's about us. It's about our ability to have change and transformation within ourselves, within our own life. And it can sometimes take courage and it can sometimes take faith, especially if there's situations going on that we're not that comfortable with. So the butterfly is like that journey and it's remembering it. And the message I then got was from Jasper as well, was he took me up sort of above, like I'm looking down through a vortex. So really from a detached place, as Elisa said, or from a higher perspective. And then what he was showing me is if you're having something going on, just focus on it and have the intention of understanding it, acknowledging it and clearing it, but doing it from a place where you're not stuck in it with the emotion and the energy of it. So that might be really helpful, especially like with what's going on in our world at the moment where everything's playing this game. Just step out of it, step above it, and have a very different perspective and be able to detach. Because at the end of the day, what really affects us is what's going on in our own world, in our own mind, in our own heart. So just remember, be the butterfly. You can see that vortex there as well. As it was almost like what Jasper was showing me is rise above a situation, be the observer, and just stay in your heart and allow things to clear. So have faith. It's our job to look after ourselves and to actually do our own transformation during anything that's going on in the world. So, and I was actually going to say, Lisa, I got the hit also, just to maybe get everyone to just drop into their hearts for a minute or two, and we can just run the violet flame, because what that does is helps to clear out etheric energetic layers, and then that helps the physical body and everything just to relax and drop in.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I mean, if you'd like, should we do that now really quickly?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if everyone's able to just sit comfortably, feet in the ground or lie down, just close your eyes just for a moment. Yeah, beautiful. Take a really big breath in. And as you breathe out, just let yourself drop into your body. We're often out in our thoughts and out of our body. Another big breath in. And this time as you breathe out, take your awareness into that beautiful heart space. Just drop. And we're going to see, sense or feel the white light beginning to come through our heart. Allow this white light to expand through your whole body, out into your energy field. And as that's working itself to clear any little hooks or cords or ties, at the same time now, we're going to just drop to below our feet and imagine a beautiful crystal amethyst. And from this amethyst, our intention is to activate it, to allow and bring through the violet flame. This electromagnetic energy is like a violet purple color. And it begins to move its way up your body, up through your energy field. And as it does so, it's clearing away any dross or anything that's heavy that's been stuck there, not allowing you to transform and change and move on. Run this violet flame. You can sometimes hear it crackling all the way up through your body to the top of your head, out through your crown chakra, and then flowing back down through your energy field. Feel the peace and feel the space that comes through with this. And you can do this anytime at all. Okay, and now we're also going to do one more thing, which is to clear our feeling vortex, which is around our belly button area. So see, sense, or feel beautiful golden yellow frequency of light pouring into that area. And then an etheric drop of amber comes through, and allow that to flow through with the golden yellow light, clearing that feeling vortex area, melting any cords that you're losing energy through to any situation or person. And then just in your mind's eye, you can just cut that cord, just clear it away. And again, allow that white light to come through and fill up that whole feeling vortex area, making you feel calmer, stronger, more balanced and centered. And this energy will keep running for you for as long as it needs. And then when you're ready, you can just gently bring yourself back into the here and now by wriggling your toes, taking a breath, and then gently opening your eyes.
Oh, okay, very good.
Yeah, it feels a lot clearer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, and guys, you can do that anytime. If you're starting to get in your head and go into thoughts and too much chatter, just drop into your body, breathe, connect to your heart, and just let that energy run for you. So I was running that energy for you as we were working through that. So anyone watching this afterwards, you will still get that energy hit.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So.
All right. So Dennis finally arrived. I was wondering where he was. We don't have his questions.
Hi, Dennis.
I was like, what am I going to do? Well, the first question I did see was from Wolf Love. So we'll start with that.
Hi, Wolf Love.
And Miss P. We're going to call this person Miss P.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
She already has cards flipping out, huh?
They flipped, and they're really interesting. So, yeah, and I would say they are, because the first card that dropped out was the Three of Swords. This is all around heartbreak and things haven't quite gone as this person's wanted them to. Nine of Wands, it's been a really tough road, like lots and lots of things that have happened, and nearly finished. So let me just pull one more card for a clarifier.
Yes.
To see what's going
on.
Or
to confirm that she really was taken in.
Taken in, yes. Let's
Yeah.
have a look and see. So those two are saying that, yes, she's not in a good place. So
Okay.
they're pretty powerful, not happy Jan type cards. Yeah, the Empress. So this situation has definitely been created so that everything is virtually under control and good. Yeah, Eight of Cups. Walking away from the situation. So the whole situation is virtually finished with for her. So yeah, so yes, Wolf Love. I would say that yes, they are already have been taken care of in that regard.
Okay, very good. So the one that was arrested, was it the clone?
Let's have a look and see if there were any clones involved in this situation.
Because as far as I know, she had been replaced. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I love it when a theme happens. Yeah, there could have been a double in the situation, because Eight of Cups has come up again. So this is when a situation's been left behind. You're not going to believe it. The same cards come up. I mean, I shuffled them and then I was feeling my way through as to what it was that wanted to. So yeah, it could have been a double, or, you know, there could have been times when there were doubles or whatever. So, and the Chariot. So you moved on, definitely. So there could have been times when there was a double in that situation from that Chariot coming through. So interesting. So we've got our theme for today already.
Right? And that's not a good card to have as a theme. Let me
Not
tell
for the
you.
person we're talking about. You know, they're tough times. So
yeah. So let's see what I got for you guys today. Ooh. So just in, Netanyahu bloc wins majority in Israel's election. Yair Lapid, the acting prime minister, concedes defeat.
Okay, so where's that? Where's that?
In Israel.
Oh, okay. Wow. So what do you want to ask about that?
So what I want to ask, if that's true, if Netanyahu wins the majority in the result in the election.
So if it was actually a true election, there was no fudging and stuff. Is that what you want to know?
No, if we can confirm that Netanyahu wins the majority in the election.
Okay. Okay. So I'll ask if that was truth. Was that actually something that was truthful? Okay. Yeah. It's oh, interesting. I feel this was a setup. Yes, it's a setup. So because we've got our Two of Wands. Now this is trying to get a balance around the world or in a situation. When I see my Two of Wands come up, the Hanged Man. So this is a surrender card. So it's almost like the situation has been, it's been deliberately made to be whatever it is, because it's almost like there's no outcome. There's no true outcome. And then I was asking that, is this a setup? And it was yes, because the Ace of Wands has come up. So there was action taken that is saying, yeah, this was set up as to how it was meant or wanted to be as part of a strategy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay, let's see. When will sun be taken off planet? Will his father deal with it? Who knows what the councils have to do? Melissa, this question right here, I'm not, we would have to ask several questions prior to asking these questions, wouldn't we?
Yeah, because who's Enel again?
Enlil.
Enlil. Do you know who Enlil is? Because I have no idea.
Well, it's Enki and Enlil, right?
Oh,
we
that's
talked
right.
about it in the last show.
Yeah.
And but wouldn't we first have to ask if his son is in this planet? Like,
I was just going to say, is it even relevant? Is there any truth in that situation maybe that's going on? And if there is, then we can look deeper into it. Because so is there any truth in that? Oh, interesting. We've got the Devil card come up. So let's have a look and see. Temperance. So to me, this is there could be a lot of mistruths around this. Our Temperance card to me is having patience to see what actually really unfolds with it all. It is a change of a place or a space, or a physical change as well. Oh, I'm getting a lot of heat coming through as I'm pulling these cards, because I've now got the Tower card. So this is telling me that if there's something going on interdimensionally with these beings that are being talked about, I feel there's maybe a lot of things that aren't as they seem, and it's there's either going to be a massive change up interdimensionally if there's something going on there. Chariot, because the movement cards come up, so this is moving forward. So there could be a big shift, but I feel there's a lot of maybe disinformation around the situation anyway. But so something might change up so that some more truth will come through or whatever. But to me, it just doesn't feel like it's a fully truthful situation to start with those cards. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've kind of.
Yeah. You're the same?
I've kind of stayed off of this conversation,
Yeah.
being a little conversation, because number one, I don't care about it that much. I feel it's very 3D. And number two, because I don't resonate, and I don't want to, what you give your attention to grows, right?
Yeah.
And because I do not know who's good and who's bad in the Enki Enlil thing, right? Because before he was bad, now he's good. All of a sudden he's good, but now he's, like, they're bad, they're good. What? I'm just like, you know what? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to give it energy, because what if they're bad, right? So that's why I just kind of.
Yeah. And I mean, we all get drawn to different scenarios and experiences. And so for some people, that's a really intriguing, interesting, topic and what's going on. But
right.
When the King of Cups came up, this was just to me confirming that there is a lot that's hidden still. So because the King of Cups is the master of emotion, but the cloak hides things. So for me, it's really interesting. It's not something I've actually even been drawn to go into to have a look at. But so the cards are saying that there's a lot of stories going on, and then there's
misinformation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So good question though, Melissa. When you're interested in something, it's nice to be able to ask those questions.
Absolutely. It's an interesting saga going on with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Space Cadet Lottie. Thank you for your question. Is the light different on this time? More light, maybe? Energy? Everything energetically looks different. Ooh.
That's a good question.
I wonder if you yourself have maybe moved up higher in the frequency department, because you will see colors a lot more brighter when you raise your vibration.
And Elisa, as you were saying that, I was just getting that message. So Space Cadet Lottie, what I'm getting for you is that you have shifted your consciousness. You're coming, maybe a different vibration. And so our perception changes of everything around us. We can see differently. We can, we can see into other dimensions, and we can see the vibration, whether it's the nature of people, differently. So I'll pull a card for you, and we'll just see if that's the case, because it's so funny that Elisa was saying it as I was getting that message as well.
Yeah.
So but there's definitely the ability for us to actually to see things differently and to connect into that consciousness and light, if that's what we want to do. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to ask if this is an individual. Yes, it is. This is an individual consciousness shift, and we all go through this. Yeah, because, and I'll explain the cards. So we got the Hanged Man. So to me, this is, again, that surrender card, going internally, looking for your own answers, doing your work, your internal work. Then you got the Death card, which is perfect. This is transformation, and sometimes it can be a slow transformation. So it doesn't just happen like that. It builds up, but then when you see things differently, you think it might have happened like that. So there's definitely been a shift and a change, and it's towards something that you've personally wanted more of, because our Nine of Cups has come up. So I would say this would play out for most people. These three cards are perfect depiction for how we go through our processing and how we raise our frequency and vibration to have a completely different perspective of life. So, beautiful question. So it's available, that beautiful photonic light that you've called it, or that vibration, it's available to us. It's just, where are we at within it?
Right. Awesome. Beautiful. Thanks for the question.
Yes.
Okay, Dennis, was Pangea real, or did the land form naturally out of the oceans where it wanted?
So Pangea, any idea what Pangea is?
Pangea, I've heard of it before. I think it's another word for like Lemuria, maybe, or it's another word for something.
Okay, let's have a look and see.
Let's see.
How it was formed, I guess. And I mean, we've had so many different timelines that there's been lots of different continent formations and changes and, sinkings and risings. And so if that's what you're asking, let's just see if that's the truth, if that's what happened with Pangea. Okay. Oh, Dennis, you're onto something. We straight away got our Ace of Swords. So how we're talking, yes, it was formed through an evolution of some description. Oh my goodness, the death card. So transformation. So as I said before, this can happen slowly as well. So it may have happened over a few years to come up, and then a celebration. So the Three of Cups has happened, and that was maybe where it was exactly meant to be. Because to me, that's always yes, with something's happened that's we want to have happen. So yeah, good question, and I think yes, you're onto something.
All right, let's see if I can get back now to my question. There it is. Awesome. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Dennis. Okay, Lady Hawk, what is the truth about the power oil situation in the USA? Will there be enough for the winter? So let's ask if there's going to be enough
for the winter
power for the winter.
I think we checked in this last time, but I'll ask it the way that Lady Hawk's asked it to see if there will be enough. If what they're doing is all just a bit of a for show, or if they'll be able to, get pipelines reopened, etc., etc. Let's just see, is there going to be enough for the winter? And that one's really hot too, so I've got to take both of those. Yeah, I believe there will be, because the Nine of Cups has come up, because this is what everyone desires. So then the Six of Cups. So this is when we're offered something. So emotionally, it's going to be okay. There could be like a short period of time where they're just acting out, but they've already got some seeds planted. The Seven of Pentacles is all about planting seeds, waiting to see what happens with results. But to me, these cards are saying that there's something that they've already got lined up. But at the moment, it's looking like this, which is the Nine of Wands. Okay, it's like everyone's saying to get worried. It's been a long journey with this rubbish that's gone on in the US, hasn't it, with all the oil and everything. But it's coming to an end, and someone's standing strong. So I feel with what the cards are saying is it is going to be okay. It might get to a point where it feels really tight, because the Hierophant cards come up. This is someone that is often an authoritarian that likes to have control over people. So that's what's been happening, is through that particular power person. But yeah, the cards are saying it's going to be okay. It's going to come back up. Queen of Wands, someone I trust, is our Queen of Wands. It's an action card. So don't stress. Could be a little bit of a hard road, but I don't feel it's going to be for long with those cards.
Okay.
Not in the US.
Okay, good.
Maybe Europe, maybe UK, but US, I think it's going to be okay.
Okay, very good. So Space Kid at Lottie's next question is, will the land masses from the days of Atlantis rise soon? So do we want to say within the next 5 years?
Sure. Let's see if that's going to happen. Yeah, because it was so different, wasn't it, back then? Swords.
Yeah, okay. And then I'm going to look and see what's next on my question list. Interesting, Space Cadet Lottie, because I was getting straight away that there are some lands that are still already from Atlantean times. There's still some aspects of it. And then the King of Swords came up. So for me, that's yes, there's truth. There is still some Atlantean continent aspects. And then we got our Ace of Wands. So there could be a shift. There could be something that happens, like even if it's an island that's out in the middle of nowhere that for some reason pops up. We're talking about not all land masses, but some of them, because our beautiful Empress card has come up, and this is a creator. So something could come up that wasn't expected through, whether there's an earthquake, whether there's whatever. So it looks like there could be something that comes up. Will we know if it's from Atlantis? Who knows? It depends on the stories they tell us, if something like that does pop up, if we even hear about it. But it looks like it could do. Yeah. Okay. Very cool.
Very cool.
Looking forward to it. All right. Anna, welcome. Her question is, in Western Australia, Premier has given power to the police to enter any premises, as well as keep them at institutions without their will and medicate them. Is this truth or fake? Okay,
let's have a look and see if this... I do remember from Western Australia, because that was where I was born, that's where I grew up. And so I watched it a bit more closely, and I do know that they had a lot more of their authoritarian sort of rulings, where they could go to people and forcibly test them and things like that. So they were always almost as bad as Victoria. But let's have a look and see if this is actually going to come to truth, where they'll actually start doing this with people. So I don't feel so, because the Tower cards come up. So I feel that it's going to get taken down, and then there's celebration about it, because, you know, this is a real concern. If this is power play is allowed to come out, then, you know, it's going to be pretty devastating for people, because we've got our Five of Pentacles. So this is where people are feeling at the moment with the authoritarian ruling that's been coming through from Western Australia. They've been feeling like, I'm out in the cold, I've got, you know, no protection, but it's changing. Five of Pentacles is always about a change for the better. And I feel that Tower card is telling you that it's all going to go downhill. I mean, have you heard they were actually asking for amnesty, like, you know, the governments and and I'm just going, and then they're still pushing the boost. It's like, come on, guys, get your story straight. So Anna, I'm really feeling that won't be allowed to happen en masse at all.
Yeah, and so can we look and see if it's really a white hat initiative to get people to stand up?
And to wake up, and to all the rest of it. I mean, it's such a taking away of our basic freedoms and rights, isn't it? It's communism, and at its worst. So let's just see if this is actually a plan that's been put in place, so people go, what? Yeah, because the Hierophants come up. So this, to me, again, is that authoritarian figure that has the power over the people. This is what they wanted us to see. Temperance card. So this is like, there will be a change. Have patience. It's part of a story. So, and that one wants to come up. Yeah, Nine of Cups. So we're going to get what we've desired in the end, but it is definitely looking like it was, these guys have been made out to look really bad and completely in control and powering it and lording it over everyone. So it does look like it's a strategy, from our white hats. So
yep. Okay, they're just trying to show people what could have been.
I agree, and you know, some people have been affected by it. You know, they have. I know some. I've seen some videos of people that were affected when they first started with the testing and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, very good. Let me see. We have anything else? This is an interesting question here from Maple Tree. Does the Time Corporation exist?
What's a Time Corporation?
Right?
Okay, let me just tune in and see what she's asking. Okay, so Maple Tree, can you give me a little bit more with this? Because what I'm feeling is you're suggesting that there's a corporation that actually can maneuver time or whatever. Can you just give me a little bit more with that question? That would be really good. And I can watch for it. I'll make sure I'm watching, if you like, Elisa, so you don't lose your place. And if it comes through, I can let you know, because I don't know what you mean, Maple Tree.
Okay.
Do you know, Elisa? Do you know what?
No, I'm only, what's coming to mind is I had seen a Marvel series in Disney Plus that was like, there was this corporation that controlled time, and they would be in charge of timelines, of the different timelines and things like that. So I don't know if that's where this is from, but
let's take it as that. And Maple Tree, if that's not what you're asking, just pop it down in below.
Yeah, and Marie, you look at the comments on the bottom, because I'm staying up.
Wasn't it a movie? Dennis is saying, So you're probably spot on there, Elisa. First card up was this. So yes, it was a little devil, where there's lots of stuff going on that is not known about, that is, you know, quite difficult. And then we got our Five of Wands, which is, to me, this is confusion. This is a little bit of struggle, taking action. And then the Seven of Cups. So they may have had a way of changing time, because the Seven of Cups to me is a little bit of chaos. So it's almost like they could use some particular technology and change time, by the looks of these cards, because they're quite heavy and confusion and you know, things going on that can change up a situation. So yeah, so look, I there could be such a thing. There could have been such a thing. I can check to see if they're still in action, if there's still any way they're doing that. No, Eight of Cups has just come up, so
Okay.
they've walked away. That something's finished. So, but it very well could have been an aspect of them.
Okay. Very good. I don't know what this means, Dennis. Are they cloaking land from us? Cloaking. Okay, are they cloaking land from us right now? So I think, so what came to mind on the question for this one was, you know, that area of the sphere of Earth when they showed that it's all water and there's nothing there?
Yeah,
I have a feeling there's stuff there.
Oh, to me, that's an intriguing situation that I'd just love to know the truth about our Earth and truly what it is. Okay, let's have a little look and see if there's been lands that they've kept hidden from us. So it's a good thing you can read Dennis. You read Dennis's language. I love it. Oh, yeah, I think they might be, because we've got our Four of Wands, which is a beautiful. It's a castle. It's somewhere where you can live. It's actually beautiful. Yep. Nine of Pentacles, which is something unique. It's abundant, and it's it's saying to me they've offered us. So the Six of Cups is when you're offered something. I'm just going to look at this card. Yeah. So they're offering us something, and then the girl to me is looking down here, which means she's looking for more. So not everything is actually being shown to us that is there.
Yeah.
So Dennis, yes, again, I think you're onto something.
Yep, they're definitely cloaking us. So are these lands that are being cloaked from us, are these lands higher dimensional lands? In other words, like that if your vibration is high enough, you can see them?
Let's have a look and see. Let's see. So you're asking if they're actually more interdimensional, like on that frequency scale, or if they're actually real lands that they've just beautifully hidden.
Yeah, because I do think also they have the ability of cloaking by putting like a dome over it and making it look like the ocean and there's nothing there. But if you go through that cloak, then all of a sudden there's this island and there's, you know.
Yeah. I think you're right too, because what's coming up, the Queen of Pentacles. Now, to me, this is when we contemplate our reality. We actually look and see what we've got, what's going on, because the Pentacles is always about money, reality, something that's tangible. So it's definitely been something that's been looked at, and what are we going to do with this? What are we going to work with? Then we've got our Ten of Cups. So there's definitely something beyond the rainbow. And like you were talking about the dome, it's almost like, the Ten of Cups is emotional, but it's also creating something, to me, that's like family, beautiful. So I feel that they have cloaked something. And then we've got our Page of Pentacles. This is something new, something coming through that is new to us, but it's actually probably been there all along.
Yep.
So
yeah. So good question, Dennis.
Yeah.
Maple Tree, give me more information about your question about Plato. You said, what do Plato have connections with Atlantis? Maybe the question is, does Plato have connections with Atlantis? Okay, that's probably what it is.
Yeah. What does Plato? Yeah, okay. Let's just look at that. See if there was any connection with Plato and Atlantis, because I mean, it went on for quite a while, that Atlantis. So, it could very well have been. Let's just check and see. Okay, that one there wants to come out. Yep. Actually both of these want to come out. So look, it looks like there could have been an aspect, and I'll show you why. So we've got our first card up, Six of Pentacles. So this is when something's being offered and it's balanced. It's always, to me, feels like a balanced card. So I feel Plato did have some connection with Atlantis, but the Three of Wands then came up. So this is actually when it's looking into the future and letting go of the past. So whether it was just a connection on some other level, I don't know if he was actually there at the time. And then this card came up when I was thinking that, the Two of Swords. So this is, it's almost like a no card, but it's also like a 50-50 card. A decision had to be made. So I feel he had some knowledge or wisdom of Atlantis. Grief card. So I think it went down. So this grief card tells to me something's already happened. So it already had gone down, I feel, before Plato was actually a physical reality of it. He had wisdom, knowledge, understanding somehow from it.
Well, I mean, I was assuming he was channeling.
Yeah, that's what the cards are sort of saying, that he was offered. That Six of Pentacles is when something's being offered. So it was almost like, yeah, he had some wisdom or some knowledge from somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's definitely a yes coming through with that.
Dennis says, thank you for speaking, Dennis, Elisa.
It's a whole nother world. And it keeps our life interesting.
Yes, it does. Okay, so Maple Tree wants to know, how do people end up in the lower astral realms?
Why
and I'll let you talk about this, because I don't,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming it's because they lower their vibration, but I could be wrong. So I don't know if it's that simple or.
You're pretty well spot on, because I remember when I went through the phase of through the astral realm, and it is so tangible. Like, I was hearing voices, I was actually feeling the energy before I'd go to sleep. I knew I was hitting the astral. It had a particular feel to it. And, you know, there was some things that would come in that now I don't. I just go straight off. I really don't delve into that astral realm a lot, the lower astral realm. But it's almost like we have to go through it. It's like an initiation in a way, is how I see it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it certainly honed a lot of my psychic abilities a bit more too. Yeah, Ace of Cups. So what we're talking about is correct. So we go through that lower astral realm. We have to go through it. And then as our vibration does become higher and whatever, then it's like we let go of it. Five of Cups. So we can leave that behind and work from a much higher frequency. And, you know, that we all go through it. Page of Cups. So it's something that's, you know, it's offered to us. We choose to not go there and so not expand maybe. But, yeah, once you've been through it, you know the difference between the lower astral and as you get higher up, or more expanded is probably a better word than higher up.
Okay.
In your consciousness and vibration.
Okay. Very good. So now is a good time to get everybody to put 888 if you want a general reading from Maree. So go ahead and on the chat, on the live chat, not on the comments later on. You got to be here live. Put on the chat 888. Well, I continue to look for my next question that I have here. And
yep, and it was interesting because I was just looking at the chat then, and Maple Tree, I think it was, said that Plato, had knowledge of soul and metaphysics, and that's what I was picking up as well. It was very much more of a channel sort of thing, or just that knowledge.
Yeah. All right. So again, Dennis, no, thank you. Okay. So Waterfall Sounds.
Wow, what a beautiful name. Straight away, I just went in and pictured and felt a waterfall. It's so beautiful. Okay, so as usual, I'm just going to tune in through my higher self to Waterfall Sounds higher self. And I'm just going to see what it is that's pertinent for you at the moment, and if there's any messages for you coming through. The first thing I heard was just do it. And that's what I heard from your higher self. So I'm just going to pull some cards and just see if we can get some clarity around this. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. So to me, this is a message or a reality is coming into your world that is sort of new, because to me, the Knight is a messenger, but this one I trust, and he's bringing in a reality or an opportunity for you. So, okay, I'm just going to see what the Hermit. So again, go internally and find your own wisdom with this. However, I feel that what's coming to you is trustworthy. And Queen of Pentacles, again, this is contemplating your reality. What's right for me? What is it that I need? What is it I've got? How can I work with this? So I really feel for you with what I'm feeling and seeing, that it's like you're either going to get an opportunity, or you already have it there, and you're just not quite sure yet what to do. Chariot, moving forward. This is, you really move forward with it, or move forward with something that's being offered to you, because it seems like it's quite a good thing. Judgment. So it's almost like if there's anything that you're not sure of, or anything that has not felt right to you, it's going to be actually shown to you if that's the case. So this is where that hermit's really important, is going in and actually listening to your intuition and listening to things that might be stopping you, because our Three of Swords has come up. So if you've been hurt in the past, if you've had something that's happened in the past and you're actually holding on to that, just know that, learn from that to trust yourself more. And if you get a no, don't do it. But that the message that's coming through for you is go for it, because the World card's just come up. So it's almost like the world is your oyster in this. Don't let those old memories and old things that happen to you, don't let that steer you for the rest of your life, okay? So just go inside. And I'm getting goosebumps for you. I'm really feeling that this is actually a really beautiful opportunity. And yes, I'm getting yes. So, but always trust yourself, always go inside and do your work. So I hope that helped, Waterfall Sounds. But yeah, I'm actually getting that you're quite a strong person as well, like within yourself. So just trust you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Maree. Okay. And I don't know what Dennis is talking about here, but I think he means Jasper.
People, beings,
Jasper's people have as much trouble raising their vibration as we are.
Okay. So I'll tune into Jasper and help him to explain what his consciousness is. So he's showing me that as a consciousness, he's connected in at a level that we can all connect into. It's all an aspect of us anyway. So the consciousness within this crystal was always a higher vibration, even though it's earthly and it's from the earth. The vibration of it was always higher. So more expanded, he keeps reminding me, more expanded, Maree. So he can go in and out of dimensions. He can go in and out. So he's actually a consciousness, and we have that ability as well, because we have that consciousness. Because I wouldn't have had the connection with Jasper unless I could actually connect into that consciousness. And you guys are all the same. If you feel that, and Jasper's always so happy for people to tune into that consciousness. And it just helps to strengthen and remind us that we also have that consciousness and that ability to do that interdimensional travel, or whatever it is we choose to do.
Okay.
So, yeah. So
cool.
I hope that helps, Dennis. Oh, no, oh, my God. Okay, he just told a joke. Sorry. He's laughing. He's going, I'm ahead of the rest of you. Jasper.
I love his personality.
Oh, he's just crazy. Yep.
So Maple Tree, this is a great question. I hope that what I think is the answer, but we're going to see. So is Ashtar a real being, or is it just legend?
Do you want to actually say what your knowing is around this, Elisa? Because, this is your...
Well, as far as I know, Ashtar Command is like us in the military here call the top guy general.
Yeah.
So the Galactic Federation calls their top military guy Ashtar.
Yeah.
So it's not somebody's name, it's an actual title of the highest command in the military of the galactics.
Yeah. Okay. So interesting, because I was pulling cards as you were talking, and this one, the Moon card, it's about something that's been hidden or revealed. So everyone sort of jumped on the bandwagon about going, well, Ashtar is this particular being, but that's actually a bit of a detour. Like it's not quite right, because the Moon card is something's out of place. And then the world. So it's almost like it's become a global sort of thing. So there's that you're correct in what you're saying, because some people feel that Ashtar is this one being, whereas it's not. So it's created some division in people's minds. The Five of Swords is when words have created something that is conflictual to what is actually the truth. Yeah.
Yep.
So and the Eight of Cups. So it's something we have to almost walk away from and just realize that it's maybe not what we've been told. And who knows, maybe looking forward to the future, letting the past behind. So looking at things differently. And, you know, is any of it truth is the question at the end of the day that we
Yeah.
sort of need to tune into. But
Right.
you explained that beautifully, Elisa, because the cards really confirmed, what you were saying.
Oh, okay. So is the Ashtar command talking to people on Earth? Because my understanding is that he was not. He's a military commander. Why would he be talking to individuals on Earth?
Yeah.
He's pretty busy.
So any Ashtar, really, would they be doing it? So
yeah, but I think they only have one. We could ask about that, but I thought there was just one top guy
for everything. So it's not so
for everything military.
Yeah. So we've got the Fool card, which is something new, the unknown, stepping into the unknown. So I feel this whole realm, it is unknown. It's like a journey that maybe we don't truly know exactly what's going on with it.
Yeah.
So, and look, the Six of Cups again. So this is something that's being offered to us on an emotional level, but not everything. So this to me is also, again, it's just one thing that's being offered, and people are looking down here at the other cups. Four of Pentacles. So this is a new foundation. So it's almost like we have to take ourselves into a whole different place to have a perspective of maybe this, what's truth. So, Six of Pentacles has come up again. This is just a partial offering of a reality. So I don't feel we know hardly anything about this whole situation. So I think the legends have been born from humans, that their perspective and their interpretation of Ashtar and the whole situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the question, Maple Tree.
Yeah. So
she was asking if Jasper is an angel, and Jasper is really a fairy, a crystal fairy.
Correct. It's so funny because he can come through as feminine or masculine, and he he's told me, look, I'm a fairy. When we were talking about fairies with that beautiful show on fairies, it's going, but I'm a fairy. So he actually has, because he's crystalline, he has an aspect of that is crystal fairy within him as much as the consciousness is that he's holding. So, he's going, that's a good way to explain it. So, he's really happy being a fairy as well.
Would be too.
Yeah. Well, in a way, we're all crystal fairies because we're very crystalline, aren't we? We've got our water, which is crystalline, and we're becoming more crystalline.
Yeah.
So,
okay, very good. So Lady Hawk's next question is, what's the best thing we can do to help the younger generation to awaken? Teenagers.
Well, teenagers are a whole entity unto themselves, aren't they? So, Elisa, do you want to comment on this? Because, you've got your kids and, I don't know where they're at, but.
I've tried to give them tidbits of information, and, being as a mother, they don't partake too well to your mother, teenagers like, oh, mom, you don't know anything kind of thing. But if a friend of them tells them, they're like, oh, yeah, it's real true because I heard it from my friend. But if mom says it, then it's totally not real. And so I haven't had much luck. Although my son told me the other day, he goes, I do believe some things you tell me. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, maybe I'm getting somewhere.
Yeah.
But I would say the best thing to do is start them young, start them meditating young, start them teaching them the spiritual ways young. So that way they're not questioning you like my teenagers question me,
Yeah.
Try to just get it from the beginning, start from the beginning, acting like, spirits are normal and crystals are magic, and, just start already teaching them that information. But if you didn't, and now they're teenagers, and now you want to start, awakening them. Well, if you're a parent, good luck. If you're a grandparent or uncle, cousin, whatever, then that's different. Yeah. I'm not sure. Like, nothing's coming to mind that.
I think you said that beautifully, and I think planting seeds is probably about once they get to teenage
the only
years.
way.
just planting seeds and you know, I mean, I'm really blessed because I didn't have children, but I have got so many friends where I've actually had the opportunity from when they're young to have time with them. And of course, first thing I do is I bring out my crystals. I teach them about their third eye chakra. I teach them about their energy body. I teach them about cards. We do cards. So they're already, you know, to me, they're already sort of being awakened, as Elisa said, when they're young. It's so much better. I've had them teach me so much about crystals, these little ones. They love crystals. They love Jasper. Oh, my gosh, do they gravitate towards Jasper? But I had one of them one day say, oh, this crystal smells nice. And I went, I never even thought about crystals smelling. And yes, they do. They actually have a scent. And these children are so open. They can tune into all of their scent, their clairaudience, clairvoyance. So, yeah, definitely, as Elisa said, try and start them young. And then some of them I've found are much more sensitive and can relate to that. You know, I've had some kids that were really so sensitive, they were feeling attacked and had to help them to show them how to protect themselves and all of that sort of thing. So, but teenagers, yeah, all you can do is plant seeds, lead by example, and yeah, just it's up to them then.
Yeah, absolutely. And so Lady Hawk is saying that her grandson is missing.
Oh no.
Do you want to do cards to see where he might be, or what the cards can tell us about him, like his state of mind? Or
Yeah, so Lady Hawk, can you give us a little bit more information? Is it you know, have the parents gone with them, or is he older? Is he younger? Just give us a little bit more information, Lady Hawk. You know, is he a teenager? Is he a little one, or is he a grown adult? So, you know, just to,
yeah, so let us know. And also I did a several videos for children, several with Octavia and Sherry Diffband. If you go back in my channel, I had Sherry Diffband on my channel either twice or 3 times, I don't remember, and Octavia as well. And it was a series about children and raising children consciously. So there's a lot of really good information there as well.
Yeah.
So
Lady Hawk, just give us a little bit more information. He lives with his father and he's 14. Okay. He's missing. I wonder how long he's been missing for. So the cards that I've pulled, though, we've got the 9 of Cups. So I feel that this is an outcome or something that maybe he desired, but now he's in it, it's not feeling so great. You know how we always think the grass is greener on the other side?
Yeah, like when you're a kid, you're like, I'm leaving, and then you leave and you're like, oh shit, I don't have any food. I don't have it.
So something I think is going to sort of click maybe for him, or something's going to help if he, you know, he's in trouble or whatever. Something's going to help him, because then we've got our 10 of Cups, which is when returning to family, feeling emotionally better, and then the grief afterwards, recognizing and realizing what went on or whatever. So I feel that it's all going to be okay. There's a journey in this for him, and
that's going to be a good lesson for him, right?
Yeah. And if it's something that he, you know, that he wasn't totally in control of, I felt with the cards that came up, I felt that there was going to be some help that came through for him. So, you know, 14, it's a tough time, isn't it? Yeah. So 6 of Swords has come up. So he's going to be moving from that place, maybe where he hasn't felt so great, into a better place. So moving over those troubled waters. So just send him lots of love and light, and
and see him, you know, safe. Returning, like being back and see him already there.
He is. Yeah. So I'm really sorry, Lady Hawk. It's so scary. I've had a brother that this has happened to, and they call him now an absent person. He was a missing person, but then he became absent, so he'd chosen not to be in contact at all with anyone. So the police have gone, they call them absent people. So it does happen, and all you can do is just send love and light to them, and, you know, but he was a lot older, so 14, it's a little bit more scary. So.
Yeah, but that's wonderful. The cards, I mean, really couldn't be any better, right? The cards, that's as good as you can get. 3
of Cups just fell out, celebration. So it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
So, but he's got a journey to go through. So, all good.
Yes, that's the best card you can get, I think, in this case.
It's almost like
a celebration card.
Yeah, he has to walk away from a situation that he's been in. That's what I'm getting as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, wonderful. So let's see. Going back to my okay. I know I don't have any attachment to Tuesday.
No attachment. I think we're all in the same boat, Miss Elisa.
But what do the cards have to say right now? What is it looking like? Are we going to have
something happen publicly?
something, are the elections going to happen? Meaning that Tuesday everything's going to be look normal and we're going to go vote, or something will stop us from going to vote?
Let's have a look and see. Okay. What is it we need to know and understand about this Tuesday? Oh, okay. You want to come out? Yeah, interesting. Okay. Wow, it's okay. So we've got our Page of Swords. Now, this is someone who's telling a story, but it's not always the truth. So I feel that there's, like, I've had this the whole time. It's going to go right up to the line, up to the last minute.
I feel like we're right up to it.
No, not yet. There's further, because the Six of Cups is being offered. So it's almost like this. Oh, here, it's going to be okay. Take this sort of effort. But of course, everyone knows, everyone's looking again. This little girl to me is looking down at the other cups. So, and then the Hierophants come in. So this isn't the authoritarian. So I feel something's going to happen, like literally at the last minute, for something to come out, and for it might even take till the next day for it to come out. Ace of Pentacles. So it may even take to go through the whole thing, and then the next day to go, look, we've just found too much going on, too much interference, whatever. So don't panic. Go do what you need to do, guys. Like I said to you, I've always
go vote,
had cards. I guess. If it comes to that, you go vote. But I feel it's always going to come down to that, like the line. So yeah. So just stay detached. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'll stay detached. It would be awesome if the cards could, tell us something.
Yeah, no. Well, they're just saying it's literally going to be down to there's still so much mystery. We're not being told the absolute truth. It's down to the wire.
Yeah.
And yeah. So
okay. And do you remember the outcome of the EBS last time?
Well, I think, oh God, no, I can't remember. I can check again if you like.
Well, yeah, because I thought it was going to happen before. Yeah. So if it's going to happen, it has to happen before Tuesday.
I feel no. Remember, I do. It said there's got to be things that happen before it. So again, it's on like a situation by situation. So, it was So King of Pentacles has come up. So I feel that there is a very big chance, because this is a master creator, that it will happen. It's got to be in the right sequence, though, with what's happening, the moon. So this is like it's not quite in the right place. Something's there that doesn't belong. So this is, as I'm talking, this card comes up, which tells me that absolutely it has to be in the right place, right time for it to go ahead. Yeah, Nine of Cups. But then it comes through with an end result that is wanted, a wish and a desire.
Yes. Okay.
So there's still quite a lot of mystery and stuff going on. So this is, yeah, it's just interesting times. What can we say?
Right.
Whew.
Amazing.
So, and who knows, it might be certain areas, as I've said, that do get that sort of EBS coming through, and then it might happen in other places at different times to that again.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's, and remember, we are in, I just something caught my eye, and it was, I think we've got the full lunar eclipse on the 8th. So remember, we are in these eclipse times. So just remember, stay in your heart. Remember the butterfly. You're doing your own transformation and change. And just stay peaceful within yourself, I think is the big thing.
Yeah. So, absolutely. Yeah. All right. Well, that's all I have for today. And this cat has been driving me all hour. Thank you guys for being here. We love you. Hang in there. Stay detached as much as you can, and stay Lila.
So Lila's
Sorry.
agreeing with you.
All
I love it.
right.
All
Thank
right.
you, Jessie.
Love you all, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye. Have a good weekend.